Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and I'm delighted to share the great and grand news which relates to Federation of Indian Associations and the honor recognition on Pravasi Bharatiya Divas for FIA is honor for each and every member of Indian American community, especially in New York, New Jersey and Connecticut.
Federation of Indian Association, New York, New Jersey and Connecticut is awarded the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award in the field of community service. The Federation is one of the oldest and largest not-profit grassroots umbrella organization serving in the largest concentration of Indian community in the USA.
And I have the pleasure of welcoming Chairman of FIA Ankur Vaidya ji as well as President Anil Bansal ji. Namaste, स्वागत है आपका.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Vyas ji.
So, as I am excited, I'm sure since you are directly not just leading the organization, but you have been instrumental in offering multiple service-oriented projects for our community. So, let me begin with you, Anilji. When this news came to you for the first time that FIA is being recognized by Indian government on 9th January on Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, what was your inner response to this news?
Truly from my heart, felt very, very proud, humbled and thankful to receive this Samman. It is a recognition of the hard and selfless work of so many people in FIA family, and I am absolutely proud of being a part of it. And seriously, this award is for the exceptional and meritorious contribution to India and the Indians for social and humanitarian causes. As you know, that we at FIA have been totally dedicated to serving the interest of India and the Indian diaspora in the USA.
Absolutely. And Ankurji, as the government of India says, this award is given to individuals or not-for-profit organizations which are instrumental in increasing understanding of India abroad, or so to say, better understanding of India. From that point of view, where do you see FIA has a very profound impact on creating that kind of awareness?
So, thank you, Yasser, for having us, and thank you for the good wishes. I think the application by the government of India in recognizing FIA is primarily because of community service to the diaspora here. In doing so, the byproduct or the natural byproduct that comes out of it is promoting India, because if Indians are prospering and are here, have a better voice, have better access to immigration related issues, they automatically settle here, prosper, and that leaves a good reputation for India. So I think it's a twofold recognition. Not only are we the ambassadors of India in America to promote India and enhance the glory of India, so to speak, but also to enhance the day-to-day lifestyle of the new migrants and those in need.
So Ankurji, I stay with you, and the supplementary question, and I didn't give you the opportunity to share your joy or excitement on being the recipient of Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, being chairman of FIA, what it means for you. It puts additional responsibility on your shoulders. It gives you a kind of special satisfaction. What it is like to be chairman of FIA, which is happening for the first time. FIA have been in existence for almost 50 years now, I think.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, like Anil Bhai rightly said, it's a very It's an ecstatic, it's a joyous feeling to finally. This is the third round that we went into with the government of India, and over the past decade, there has been 127 initiatives of various kind that we have engaged in with the External Affairs Ministry, starting from 2012. And what we had done was we had showcased and demonstrated to the government of India that this is what we have done in partnership with the External Affairs Ministry, with the embassy, with the consulate. And in order for our efforts to get extended, we need to work in hand, and this time around it was recognized. I mean, there is a moment of sadness, of course, because we would have liked to see Ramesh Bhai here and have him join us in this joyous, historic moment of the first time in North America that a community organization of Indians in America is receiving the highest honor from the government of India. So it would have been an added joy, but I think he will be very happy, just as we are, where he is, to know that we finally clinched it. But to your point, that it does add the added responsibility and the added weight on the shoulders for us to perform better, to do more than what we already have done, to take it to that next level.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And Anilji, when we look at FIA, the general impression which is related to India Day parade makes many people look at FIA as an organization, umbrella organization, which is instrumental in offering India Day parade to Indian American community, the largest parade anywhere outside India. So we talk a little bit about India Day parade also, and this year, while you are seeing due to COVID, a lot of things are not happening. How do you feel the impact which was being generated due to India Day parade? What are the other means that are being adopted?
So seriously, the whole idea, yes, India Day Parade is a very large function and of course gets a lot of media. But if you really think about it, in any given year, we do anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 different items. For example, for this year, even though we did not have parade, but we did a lot of other things, from social for the community. For example, we created a new idea of hosting flag at Times Square. So, and that was an amazingly well-received function. See, the whole idea, there are two parts to it. Number one is to bring India in a good light in this area. Because when you bring Indian community, India as a country and Indian community in a good light to the local United States, it's good for everybody. It's good for peace, it's good for security, it's good for everybody. And that's our goal, okay? And of course, the second one is to help the community. And from that point of view, as you know, that because of COVID, a lot of students were removed from their college campuses. So we helped, along with at the directions of the consulate, help those students find housing for free and people to take them in. That's an example. Second example, which we did this time, is a gentleman who has nobody here, is in dementia, and we need to take care of him to send him back home to his sister who is in state of Gujarat. So helping that is another example of helping the community. Recently, a gentleman brought his wife and kid and disappeared. Now, what is this lady who doesn't have visa or doesn't have the proper credentials to get a job or has kids? What do? So I'm just giving you an example of many things we do this Diwali. For example, we fed 10,000 people. That was another new initiative which we did. So the point I'm making is to receive the Indian dignitaries and to do other things, feed the needy, feed or help Indian diaspora is what we are all about. And yes, as you rightly pointed out, that all the glory and everything goes to the parade, but seriously, parade is only one part of what we try to do.
That's very, very enlightening and encouraging to learn that FIA is engaging with the community, as well as the kind of cases that you referred. Many people are not even aware that somebody has been in that situation or has faced that plight, and FIA as an extended family took care of them. Ankurji, this approach of engaging with community is, I think, the backbone of an important organization like FIA. As we see in many organizations, youth is sometimes not as active as is needed. What is it that you think is already in place from FIA to sort of bring in interest of more and more Indian American youth to be a part of this organization?
So, yes, sir, I think if you're talking about youth and talking about Gen X, yes, I agree with you that the engagement level of Gen X is not as we would like to be. I think Anil will agree that we need to do more to get the Gen X, but the millennials, the generation that I belong to, those are primarily the millennials, are very much active. I think if you look at Anil Bhai's team, and he can expand on it, I think large majority of them are under the age of 50. Yes, Gen X has been an issue. We have, unfortunately, what happens is we are a 100% voluntary organization, and we have to pick and choose our battles, so to speak, or pick and choose the avenues that we pursue. This is the avenue we would like to pursue, given enough time and resources and opportunities. We did in the past engage in college fairs and counseling services. We thought of doing a picnic. We have partnered with a student organization at Rutgers University some 5 years ago, and we did a trial run of that. But to engage them to be part of FIA on an active basis, there has to be an introspection done in terms of how that can be successfully implemented. Unless Anil Bhai knows it, I defer the question to him, but I'm at a short of words on how to make that happen. But it's a very good question.
So now I must say that you are also youth, and you, I hope, were not offended when I said how you are engaged, and indeed. So that is one side. The other side is, I think FIA is also hosting events where youth participate if they are not directly a part of FIA in terms of day-to-day functioning or volunteering that much. And I'm reminded of Anilji that on 20th February this year, FIA is hosting the Dance Pitch Chance, and due to COVID, it is going to be on Zoom. Am I right, Anilji?
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Again, we don't want to, yes, COVID has slowed us down, but at the same time, we have to find ways to keep the youth engaged, to get them active, and to keep them thinking about the Indian culture and heritage.
Starting with Indian culture and your association, an initial interest which made you take active part in FIA, and I was being told by Ankurji that you did your education from the Premier Education Institute of India, IIT, and you have several business interests and successful entrepreneur. So to take your time out, invest it or contribute to an organization selflessly must be happening only if you are convinced that this organization is in sync with your basic idea of Indian spirit.
You're absolutely right. So the fact of the matter is, as you grow older and more financially secure, your focus changes. When you are young, you think of you think of serving yourself and for your family, which is the right thing to do. And after a while, like when I became a grandfather and financially fairly stable, you think of how can I serve? How can I feel that God has sent me to this on this earth to do good for others now? So I think that is the driving force. And yes, I've not been part of FIA directly, but just so that you know, for last 15 years, I have been actively supporting them financially as well as, every which way I could, but not as a directly part of it. And I found people to be dedicated, and I truly believe that keeping up the heritage, keeping the community together is a very good thing. It keeps our sanity. It gives us a certain sense of belonging. And so whether it's been FIA or it has been religious organization or social and cultural organizations, I have tried to do my part in order to support them.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Anilji and Ankurji. When we look from a distance at an organization like FIA, and I'm just thinking with both of you that there must be several wings to this organization to engage different sections of our community. And if I may share, what comes to my mind is, do you have some specific literary cell or cultural cell or a media cell? And when I say media cell, I mean not just promoting events of FIA, but of late we have seen that a distorted narrative of what India stands for or what happens in India is very much in the news, whether it's mainstream media or so. Do you see that a role FIA can also play in bringing the Indian perspective to people's attention?
So I think seriously, Ankur would be a great person to answer that. But I just want to remind your viewers that whether it's CAA or the negative connotations about Indian nuclear capabilities or doubt about whatever goes on in India and a negative news is done, we as leaders of the community, as leaders of FIA, always come out and try to talk to the senators and the congressmen, and whenever we get a chance, talk to the local media and smaller organizations, and ensure that at least we give our view and support India.
Absolutely. And as we would be concluding this conversation very soon, but I must say it is very, very exciting, and there is a sense of joy when you hear such committed and passionate Indian Americans doing their role as entrepreneurs and family members, but also catering to the extended family of Indian Americans through a wonderful organization, Federation of Indian Association. And I also want to convey special congratulations for both of you as well as for your team on behalf of our chairman, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, who is also part of FIA. I think he's a senior advisor. So as I bring his congratulations and heartfelt compliments for your team, as we move forward, Ankurji, what is it that you are most excited about in terms of offering to the community from FIA?
So, what I'm very excited uh, and looking forward to do is to expand the organization and its activities to 2 more states in terms of an organizational approach. In terms of the community approach, we are trying to put together 120 individuals that we want to align to start backing our Congress members and senators and the politicians who are up and coming of the Indian diaspora. We are at, I think, 72 members now and counting. So those are the two projects that I am very, very keen on doing, and I'm spending a lot of my time on. In terms of me, I've let Anil Bhai speak on his endeavors. I know he's got a 50th anniversary parade on the ends, so he would probably be saying that part the two on the side, let's work on the parade. But those are my two. I'll defer to Anil Bhai for his.
Anilji, another question. In addition to extending what Ankurji just said, when we work together, many times people come up with different ideas, and to maintain a sense of harmony and one focus, one goal, is it challenging for you as president? How do you see that playing out in FIA? And we don't have a lot of time, but I just want to bring to our conversation that India being such a diverse country, so when you look at FIA, then there are people from different states who would like to have their say or their style, etc. So is it challenging, or it just flows automatically? Anilji, your observation.
No, so for example, how many times do I hear, oh, Ramesh Bhai Patel was Gujarati, so this is a Gujarati organizations, and what are you doing there from North? And I say, wait a second. I start telling them about all the people who have been associated, who are not, who are Bengali or from South or from Punjab, and they say, oh, okay, but to be very, very serious about this, no matter what you do, when you do, you are going to have arguments, and you as a leader have to focus on what is your goal, and you just have to take it into an account and make the right decision and show the other person that you really mean to have India as a whole and not as a very narrow-minded focus. That's what we are supposed to be.
Dear friends, I am Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parekh, Senior Advisor to Federation of Indian Association and Board of Trustee of Federation of Indian Association. Would like to congratulate our Chairman Ankur Vaidya, President Anil Bansal, and our late Chairman or founding chairman Ramesh Patel, and all other our colleagues for receiving such a highest recognition from the Government of India. Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award is the highest honor any NRI or individually or any NRI organization can receive from the Government of India. Federation of Indian Association started 50 years ago. We started with the India Day Parade to show our love and affection to India, as well as to empower the second generation and bond the second generation to the India, and make them be available for service to the India. India Day Parade now it becomes so big and so it's exceptionally at the premium level that it becomes now international events, and it shows or it showcases the culture heritage of our India, and it bonds India with the USA Indian American community. Chairman Ankur, really whatever in the future you have any whatever agenda you have in the future, I will truly support it. My media will support it and work hard and be part of the decision maker in USA as well as in India, and the community will appreciate that. I wish our late chairman, founding chairman Ramesh Patel would have been here today to see this great achievement. But anyway, I'm sure wherever he is, he must be very pleased to see the success of his hard work. And I'm sure he's giving us a blessing from the above. So let's work together, work hard, work for Indian American community in USA, and work for US-India relation, and make the things much stronger and better. So again, I would like to congratulate Chairman Ankur Vaidya, President Bansal, all board of
Starting with
trustees,
you,
all board of directors,
Anilji.
and all the members
So-
of executive committee. God bless FIA. God bless India. God bless America.
Media has been a very good partner for us. So whether it's ITV or other medias, Desi Talk, and Dr. Parikh has been an incredible supporter of this.
I want to thank Parikh Worldwide Media, Dr. Sudhir Parikh for his support, and the entire team of Parikh Worldwide Media, Ilyas Bhai, Ashok Ji, Ilaji, Azhar, all of you at the ITV team and the Parikh Worldwide Media team, the newspapers.
Let the beauty and glory of India continue to shine through selfless and committed, persistent, dedicated work by all of us, I would say. And especially I want to once again compliment and congratulate Ankur Vaidya ji, Chairman of FIA, as well as President Anil Bansal ji, for leading this important organization and helping all of us. So claps from my side, and thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you. Jai Hind.